Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for joining me. Today we're talking about a brand new creator, Mindy Minx. You're wondering, that sounds like a corn name. Sort of does. Weird though. This woman, apparently they have a story. She met a cop who was 30 years her senior when he pulled her over, and it's like a power dynamic. And then I found a snark thread on them with like not very many members. And I asked them to like tell me about the lore, and there's like 60 comments. So Mindy Minx blocked me on Instagram, and just because someone had sent me a video of them, so I checked to see who she was, and I'm blocked. So what do I do when I'm blocked by a creator? I do a video on them because clearly they're trying to hide something. So let's talk about Mindy Minx. So we're talking today about a creator called Mindy Minx. Now, I said at the beginning that it's a creator that blocked me on Instagram. Whenever a creator has blocked me, and I don't think, maybe I said something in passing like don't exploit your child, but I don't have any record of it, and I'm just preemptively blocked. If you preemptively block me, I'm gonna do a video about you. Like you're not hidden forever. So someone had sent a video about them and said, hey, have you ever considered talking about Mindy Minx? And I was like, who's that? And I looked at her channel, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be some fun snark. First of all. Second of all, her husband is like older than the crypt keeper. He was there when Moses was like, set my people free. He was wearing a robe and stuff. He had a stick. He was just hanging out with Moses. This guy is so old. It's crazy. This type of stuff is bananas because she clearly is unintelligent. This guy looks literally like he's going to turn into dust any day. Don't buy green bananas, 2 feet in the grave. You know what I mean? He gets his 401k. He's living off his 401k. He's retired, I think. Basically wears New Balance, cuts his grass, and yells at kids, get off my lawn. That's this guy. That's who she's married to. And she's like 20 or something. It's crazy. So apparently there's some lore. I made a post on Instagram. I said, hey, snarkers, let me know. And did they come through? And we're going to read that thread today. But I also have a couple videos I want to snark on. So this is Mindy Minx. And she's got a channel, 279,000 subscribers. So she's a pretty big deal. She's got a lot of subscribers, 46.8 million views. So she's made some cash. She's made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars off YouTube. Okay. But their subscribers, it's kind of a dead channel. They grew by 10,000 subscribers in the past few months and then dropped by 10,000 subscribers. So in the past 3 months, in 1 year, they've gained maybe 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, in 1 year almost. 10 less. No, they gained since last July, they gained about 30,000 subscribers. So it's a dead channel. It doesn't get a lot of views, but gets a lot of hate. And I think it's kind of appropriate because these people had children through IVF and completely exploit them and completely treat them like shit. There's nothing worse than a parent exploits their children on the internet and also treats them like shit. There's just really nothing worse than people like that. So this is basically her channel. In the last 28 days, she's got 325,000 views, which is a ton of money. She's probably around $5,000 a month, which is better than most people make. $5,000-$6,000 depending on her retention of the videos. So nothing crazy, doesn't make a ton of money, but it's who she is. So here's her channel here. And so when I was going through videos, I always go through the videos and I sort by new, popular, and I'm just like, our winter nighttime routine. Look at this guy. This guy. Is he wearing a Sens jersey? Are they from Ottawa? Hi, I'm Mindy. Welcome to my channel where I film bits of my daily life with my husband, Larry. His name's Larry. We are at a 30-year marriage age gap. We have 2 sweet kitties, and we are expecting our first little one thanks to IVF. I think this is old. Feel free to join our journey. Travel to Disney, Universal Studios, and whatever adventures get up to. Where are they from? So I click here, and obviously, look, I'm locked. Where is she from? Is she from Ottawa? No, they're from the United States. Okay. Why is he wearing a Sens jersey? Of course he's a Sens fan. Caitlin Fever. Everybody, Caitlin Clark for the win. This shirt I bought, it fit me before, and now it doesn't. So, careful when you buy these shirts.
What's going on here?
So I'm gonna have some fun with this. So here's the lore. Before we get to the snark videos I'm going to do on them, here's what I wrote on the Mindy Minx snark page, which only has 377 members, okay? DCP here, I found out the Beauty and the Crypt Keeper blocked me on Instagram for no reason, so now I have to do a video. What are some of your favorites and what should I look at? 30 years? I need to know all the lore. Says, finally, please do it. Someone needs to expose these two. The biggest lore is that Larry was still married while he dated Mindy. So he apparently cheated on his wife. And I'm reading through these comments. And it sounds like 3 years he was cheating on his wife. I put dated in quotation marks because she claims they had secret escapades at night in some abandoned prison. That sounds not murdery at all and super safe. I need to see that video. Larry claims he was separated, but the divorce with his ex only filed 3 years after he met Mindy. Some people who know her as well as their son Bruce have confirmed on Instagram that Larry cheated. Cheating bastard. And look at this guy. Look at this guy. Seriously, man. Larry is his name. Mindy was 19 and Larry was 49 when they first met. The dude was 50. Okay? Again, his balls are old. Ew, Mindy? And Mindy is a relatively attractive lady. Why? Are you crazy? Like, what? It's giving, what's that? Michelle the bartender. Grandpa Squirter. That's what it's giving. So she was barely legal and Larry was 30 years her senior, holding a level of authority and power over her. Apparently he was a cop, I think. Mindy once claimed that they met during one of her fender benders, where he was the police officer who came to the scene, but their sketchy story has changed details many times. She also claimed he asked to take photos of her, like at the scene of the accident. Just gross. Now they have a son who displays serious signs of autism, which they refuse to address. This child was conceived through IVF. Before that, she tried IUI with donor sperm, which didn't work. And as you read on, you're going to find out that he had his son and then got a vasectomy. So she's like, this kid isn't his, right? So IVF, he doesn't have any sperm. He's just spitting dust. So it's not his sperm and it's not his kid, probably. As far as I'm reading, her son once tried to ask for a cookie by making a chirping noise and she laughed her ass off. He's almost 3. They never show themselves taking him anywhere except maybe once or twice to the park. They have a pool, but they never gave their son swimming lessons. That's crazy. Mindy attended one lesson and then gave up. And they also have a daughter, also conceived through IVF. I do suggest to have her read at the Gossip Bakery as well. And I wrote, damn. She knew you were going to come for her one day. There's so much lore. I don't have time to type it, but so hopefully other people will come through. Again, a lot of people are repeating this. The biggest thing is she met Larry when she was 19 and it was a cop that showed up at the scene when she got in a little fender bender. He claimed he was also a photographer and wanted to take pictures of her. Does that work? Okay, I guess if you're dumb. Then they started texting about the accident and escalated. He was married and there's a lot of evidence he cheated on his wife with her. His older son from his first wife has pretty much confirmed this. And if his oldest son wants to reach out to me and tell me what the lore, I'm happy to hear it. She used to do P.O. box openings and someone sent her $1,000 check. She never thanked them. That's what? The person that sent it to her commented in one of her videos asking about it, that she then blocked them. Mindy did indeed cash the check. Why are you sending influencers money? Don't do that. Unless it's me. Then you can do that. Also, you can go to my store and buy my merch. Where's my merch? Head over to dadchallengepodcast.com and order your shirt today. Not this one, but I have shirts. She stopped showing her son's face when people had genuine concerns about his development. He has some apparent delays, and she then started showing his face again when her views went down. Then she got comments again, stopped showing him again, and claimed it was for safety. It was only because people were making her feel like a bad parent. Her parents are the ones that buy her son actual fun things. They bought her the pool fence too. Even without showing his face, she still exploits him, and she paid all this money for IVF to have kids, but always acts so annoyed when and does nothing for them. She moved from her previous house and cried stalker, but she was lying. Someone else may be able to describe it better. Her videos are all the exact same. She literally sits at home and yaps all day. She prioritizes her needs and comfort over everything. It gets crazy because I'm going to read you some comments. Claims she didn't have time to breastfeed. It didn't fit her lifestyle. But again, she sits at home all day. Okay, we should know less about each other. There's way more and worse things. This is just the top of my head. If you search old Reddit pages before this one was created and Gossip Bakery, you can find more lore. I sugar-coated. Yes, I was going to mention the nursing bumping thing as well. She claimed multiple times she didn't have time to nurse a newborn or pump for her, and now she's reading a book in 2 to 3 days. She's a slow reader, and so she has to be spending all day reading to get through those books so quickly. But tell me again how you don't have time to dedicate to your children? So the theme I'm getting about Mindy is that she's a terrible mom, and she hates her children. That's what I'm getting. That's the theme I'm picking up on. I've not even disseminated any of her videos yet, which we're going to look at today. This one got me. Don't forget the constant Benadryl, okay? He's always napping. He's talking about the child. So she can have cozy time, which I think means sexy time. He naps at 11, no lunch, and goes to bed at 6 p.m. just so she can watch TV with Larry. Now, I don't even know if they can do sexy time. Larry might not, I'm just saying. It's, She's always feeding him just Cheerios and smoothies and ho-ho. She taught him instead of chocolate. All Liam knows how to say is yeah, mama, papa, ho-ho. So it sounds like the kid has delays and she was trying to hide it. She refuses to get him help or acknowledge he has issues. She neglected his treatment as a baby when he needed therapy for his neck. I tried to tell her about my mom who had the same issue and she blocked me. And then blocked me again when I asked her when Bruce, Larry's older son, would be meeting his brother. There's so much to unpack with this woman, it's the best to get on Discord or to talk to someone to unpack it all. Besides taking that $1,000 from that couple and blocking them, she also sold a lot of the gifts people were sending her for her ridiculous prices, way more than they were worth, which pissed people off. So yes, the Benadryl. She showed buying at least 3 new bottles before her son was 2. Like, how much freaking Benadryl are you going through? You have to buy 3 full bottles. So it sounds like she's literally drugging her child so it will sleep. So she can sit around with Larry and watch Love Island, or whatever it's called. That's crazy. Another Benadryl comment. She Benadryls her babies to sleep when she wants them to. And I stand by that since he was born. She always had him talking and she always had him taking it. And there is no reason for him to be down this much. She's a coward. Her entire family, especially her dad, are racist a-holes. So cue the Confederate flag video and him tying a jug to their family dog to weigh him down. So it didn't mate with other female dogs since they're lazy and won't get it fixed. Oh my gosh, Bluegate. So they're dog abusers too. That's great. The story of how they met is never the same. Says it was a car accident, then she needed to come to the station to do something else, and he asked to take photos of her. Clearly this wasn't grooming, obviously, and she takes the bait, and then they fool around and text and sneak around until him and his wife divorce years later. God bless her soul for that. He proposes a month afterwards. What a lively and not shady timeline we have here. Bruce is her age, which is his son, and has full control over who can speak to who. He cannot meet any of the kids, has not met them, and Larry is described as a spineless cuck for it. Imagine cutting out your child so you can... Oh, gross. I'm sorry. Old 50-year-old men who are going after teenagers, you should be... Stop. I know that she's legal at 19, but are you kidding me? 50 years old with a 19-year-old, and you want to go around town? Like, do you not feel judged and yucky? Ew. Yucky? You're yucky. Every trip they take means that they are Larry and Melinda. There's no Liam or Emma being brought anywhere at all. They pawn them anywhere they want to go do something. And yes, all the places they go are kid friendly. She just really does hate the kids that much. Meltdowns don't make money for her, right? She lives in a pit of materialistic highs brought to you by Target, Marshalls, and Home Goods, only costing her dignity. She puts no effort into the kids' lives. Their rooms, their toys, their outfits. She shops for her. The outfits we see her buy are never on the kids. It's just an act. Shows his face excessively until we say he's really behind. Then she doesn't. Shows her their crotches, gives away bullshit medical detail about them, and she just said a video. So, again, there is so much. Like, look at this thread. So, I'm just foraying into this. But I thought this was quite interesting. Another day, another lie. So, this I'm going to show. This is from Minks Snarker on YouTube. Mindy says she will no longer be sharing Liam's medical issues because he cannot consent to the information being shared.
Liam. But right, like, the whole point is I can consent to and share medical advice, or not advice, medical things that are happening.
Don't take advice from someone whose husband is literally needs oxygen to survive.
Because
we all do, but I'm saying that, he has to wear it. Probably, probably has those shoes, the old people shoes you don't talk about, Joe Biden shoes.
I'm an adult. Like, that's Liam didn't ask me to put that information out there, and yes, it may help other parents, it may help
Don't be dumb. You sound stupid already.
Their children. At the same time, he didn't ask me to put that out there, and that's kind of what I'm learning and what I'm realizing. So as I was more openly forward and sharing when he was a newborn and stuff like that, I'm not as like, I don't want to expose him in that way.
It sounds like she already did, and it sounds like she stopped exposing him because people were commenting about him having delays, which, okay, kids go through this stuff all the time. Like, sounds like she's ashamed of her child. That's what it sounds like. And, if that's what it takes to get your kid off the internet, okay, whatever it takes, I don't care. Get your kid off the internet. Stop showing them. Stop talking about them. Stop making them the subject of everything. This woman has a lot of haters.
If that makes any sense.
It didn't. You're dumb. A reply she left in the comment section of her vlog for February 10th, so this is later. I was never trying to hide the information in regard to Liam and therapy. In my opinion, there's a fine line between sharing Liam's therapy information to help others and exposing medical information and sharing information he didn't ask to be shared on the internet. I'm a mom trying to find that balance of openly vlogging, but also protecting my child and his rights. Okay. I will share my medical issues and concerns because I'm an adult and aware that I'm sharing publicly. I used to be very open with a lot more. As Liam is getting older, I'm finding myself as a parent. I want to protect him and give him the privacy he's entitled to. I hope that's true. Fast forward to June 2024, and guess what? Mindy is sharing Liam's private medical information and treatments. Does he suddenly now have the ability to consent to having medical info about him shared online? Let's see.
And the doctor immediately looks at Liam. He had a fever of 101.7 when we got there. And she was like, I guarantee you he has RSV and COVID. And I was like, oh.
Okay, we don't need to see it. Like, so basically this person is proving that she's a damned liar. Okay, she's a damned liar, and he's old AF. I mean, how old is he now? Is 70? Is he 70? Holy smokes, bro. I know, he's so old. Okay, so that's kind of the first, look into Mindy Minx, and that's what people said. And so I downloaded a couple of videos. One is how we met, started talking after the accident. So I wanted to see how they met. And so I'm going to blind react to this. I'm going to show you guys together. We're going to laugh and,
hi, everybody,
and make fun of these people. Okay, so I'm sure this story has changed and she has to make herself look good. But is this guy really not ashamed? Is he not ashamed at all? Like, you're dating a teenager and at 50 and cheating on your wife with a teenager? Like, right?
Hi, everybody, and
Hey, shut up.
welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I am here with my husband, Larry. And we are going to
Hi, Larry. You disgustoid?
be doing a little story time for you guys, something that we've never really fully explained, but it's been talked about here and there.
He's so old. I know people are like, Josh, you're ageist. I'm just saying, I wouldn't make fun of him so bad if he wasn't a child exploiter and didn't like go after a 19-year-old girl. He's gross. I got a whole bunch of these. This guy is so old, his birth certificate was written on a stone tablet. He's so old he thinks TikTok has a grandfather clock. His emojis were hieroglyphics. And this is probably true. His yearbook photo is black and white, and you know it. He remembers when fire was a new invention. He's like, did you see this brand new thing called fire? His pacemaker runs on coal. This guy's old enough to have like been through all of the things. He was first there for records, then it went to 8-track, then tape, then CD, and he's now still on CDs. No, like, let's be real. He still listens to CDs. The goatee isn't helping either there, Larry. Maybe you should change your name and your face.
For those that are new, this is my husband, as I just said, and we are 30 years apart.
I'm the older one.
Are you? I didn't pick on that. I didn't pick that up. Dude, you're blowing dust out your wiener. Wow. Definitely don't like them at all.
Mind my hair, if you know, this is whatever. So we are here today to tell our story, how we got together, how we continue to talk, because that's the big question. A lot of you guys know how we met. We met by car accident.
This grandfather showed up and took my picture, and then we screwed at an old prison. That's a weird story, Mom. Thanks for telling us, though.
I got into a mild fender bender in Ohio in August of
course you're from Ohio. Frickin' Ohio.
2012, and Larry was
Cue all the Ohioans down. Hey, I'm from Ohio.
the officer that came to that car accident.
Youngstown, Ohio, though, I've been there a couple times. Beautiful, beautiful little place.
Which, funny story, you weren't supposed to even go there.
No, I was way at the other end of town.
He was at bingo.
I was closer to leaving town than I was to where the crash was.
Mm-hmm.
He was at the old folks' home eating porridge and applesauce.
For whatever reason, I got called.
It was like a fake situation, and
Is it fate that this 50-year-old show up and start dating a 19-year-old? Is that fate?
I want to throw it in there right at the beginning that Larry had never sought a younger female before.
Sought. The word is sought. Butt shit. And like, seriously? Seeked?
And I've never been with an older man like Larry before.
It's because he's older than your dad, and that's weird.
So we weren't seeking that kind of relationship. It just kind of happened.
No. Didn't just gonna happen. That's predatory.
Yeah, when you look like this, there's not a whole lot of interest on the
That's true.
opposite sex.
Oh, that's not true. You're very handsome.
Hey,
No, Mindy. Bring it in here, Mindy. Mindy, let me just tell you something. I know you think he's handsome. I know you do. But come, bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Mindy, your husband looks like a burnt boot. Okay? Looks like he was used for something. And it broke. And they just threw it in the sewer. Okay? This is not good looking. Nope! He's a dusty old, waxy looking weirdo with a goatee. Nope!
Funny.
And that's coming from a potato. I am a potato.
Okay.
Cute.
Okay. Thank you.
So
He's not cute. Look at this guy.
it all happened in 2012 of August. Look,
He does like his arms. She has bigger arms than this guy. It's giving. It's giving Crazy Pieces. Aaron. Looks like Aaron's grandfather from Crazy Pieces. Holy bro, where'd you get them arms? Never skip body day.
accident. Larry came, and then the big question
Did he? Because you guys had to have IVF. I'm sorry.
is like, that's great. That's how you guys met. But how on earth did you keep talking from there? So the car that hit me was a minor. The girl driving was a
Speaking of minors.
minor, and there was a lot of issues going back and forth between the parties, and I couldn't
I'm dry. Gotta hydrate.
get my car fixed until like situations were resolved. So, and then my parents said, you need to go up to the police station, you need to get a police report. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll go. So I went up maybe a week or two later and asked if I could have the police report, met with Larry. And Larry, what did you ask me? I remember him, I was waiting.
Okay, this is gonna get gross because it wasn't her who pursued him. It was the 50-year-old man who pursued the 19-year-old girl. No, she 19 because he was at the scene of the accident. Likely has her contact information, her address, her photo, her age. This is a 50-year-old man pining for a 19-year-old girl. Guys, this doesn't get much creepier.
Forever for him, and I got called back to the office to talk to you, and we sat down.
You know, one of the problems was that
I was 50 and I was married and my son was the same age as this broad.
there were passengers in the cars. And it's kind of unusual, but everybody said the same story. This car was in this lane, this car was in this lane, they were both making left turns. The car on the inside lane wanted to merge into the outside lane. Shouldn't have done it because she was next to him.
I was in the outside lane.
But
You still are on the outside lane.
all the stories were the same. Her story, her passenger story, the driver's story, the other car, passengers in the other car.
Wow, thanks for this update.
All
Get to how you met.
So
Who gives a shit about the accident?
it was obvious who was at fault. But in the process of being at the scene and talking to people and then telling the juvenile that they need to notify a parent that they were involved in police in North Olmsted, Ohio,
Gosh.
her story changed. Oh, I didn't do that. They hit me. Well,
Okay, this isn't. I don't care. Nobody cares, Grandpa Joe. Let's go.
I was trying to figure out what I could do. Unfortunately, if the person is an adult, I can do what's called a summons in lieu and just write the ticket, send it off to the court, and the court mails it to the person that's going to get the ticket,
Who gives a shit, Larry? Get to the point where you're a predator.
or whatever the last address, and it's taken care of.
Mindy, I don't even know much about them, but already I can tell she's kind of like a space cadet. There's a lot that cover her. Cecilia Bouchman, same way. They got this like blankness in them. They're dumb. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not all there, and they're like, and they're easy to take advantage of. And obviously, her whole life was like this, just dumb, pretty but dumb. Do you know what I mean? And like just spacey, doesn't get things, doesn't pick up nuance, and just is like, you know, that's already. And I've only watched 4 minutes of a video.
Unfortunately, in juvenile court, that's not the way it goes. So
Okay, Larry, shut the up and get to the part that we're looking for.
finally,
But what did you
Shut up! You better take over, Mindy, because this guy's an idiot. We don't need to know about Ohio police shit.
ask me when I went there?
Would you ask me? That's what she was getting at first. That's what you should have led with, bro. No one gives a shit about the accident.
This is what did it all. This little line right here is what.
With this face, this line, it better be good. Okay, this line better be good. Better not be something like, "You're real pretty. Can I take some pictures? My name's Larry."
Created what we have today.
The question was, have you ever had anyone take your picture?
Oh my God. You're kidding me right now. You gotta be kidding me. That is the creepiest thing I've ever heard. And like, look, guys, I'm aloof to this. I haven't had a date in years. A 50-year-old man approaches a 19-year-old girl, says, have you ever had your picture taken? You call in a grown adult and be like, this creepy old man is being creepy old man. Okay? Don't, ew. Ew. Ew.
And I said, no, you said, do you like getting your picture taken?
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah. And I was like, I mean, I guess, I think, maybe. And I'm thinking it's some kind of like promotion for drug counseling or some kind of promotional thing.
See? She's dumb as a box of frickin' assholes. That doesn't even make sense. Is he the marketing person for the police in Ohio or something? What are you, how dumb are you? I was thinking, oh, maybe it's for marketing. Shut the hell up. Is this 50-year-old creepy weirdo pervert trying to hit on you? That's why you're dumb.
Police station, and I'm like, I mean, sort of, I guess.
We're taking pictures to be like, don't be dumb. And she picture you being like, that's what it is.
You know?
But then I explained to you that I was trying to get a photography portfolio.
Larry, shut the f*** up.
That's not easy to say.
Yeah, so then he's like, well, I'm not going to talk to you about it here. I'll send you a message later. And
yeah, that's not creepy. Holy shit, you guys put this on the internet. And you're like, this is cool, let's tell our story.
I was like, okay, this is very odd.
You think? This grandfather-looking bro is looking to text you later. You're 19. You should be out in the woods drinking and partying with Alex Doherty. Okay? Not here with a 50-year-old policeman using his power over you. That's really gross. Where were your parents in all this? Where are your parents? Ooh.
I'm like, he's a creeper. There's something wrong with him.
Yes. That's your first impression. That's what you should have stuck with. And now you're married to the old balls over here.
And, that's how we started talking, and we just texted from there. Larry never did really take my picture. I never posed for like any photography or anything.
Posed for other things, though.
Like that, and
well, you have like way after that.
Yeah, like way after. Like Larry will take my selfies and pictures like that.
Okay, sorry, Mindy, dumbass. Do you know what a selfie is? It's when you take the picture yourself. He doesn't take your selfies. He's then just taking a picture. You absolute baloney monster. Just stop. These people are so... This is going to be fun, right? We're going to do some snark. Like it's Micah level vibes, sort of, right? Like that type of dumb. He takes my selfies. Does he?
But at the time, I was in a terrible relationship with a boy, and it was just...
And probably your own age, right? That boy, reach out to me. I'd love to hear the lore.
It was really terrible, and we were like roommates. Really, it was. I had 2 roommates, and it was an awful situation.
And so I went with this 50-year-old grandfather cop. Better situation, was it? He was married. His son is maybe the son was your boyfriend.
And I was just kind of like pouring my heart out to Larry, and he was such a good listener and so sweet and so understanding and just was...
He's 50 years old. You are a 19-year-old girl. No, don't pour your heart out to a strange 50-year-old grandfather cop man. Okay, you damn weirdo. Let's raise our daughters better. Okay, let's be good. Cool? All right.
Listening to all my problems. I'm like,
wait,
poor
what?
thing.
You're so funny, Larry. Maybe that's what he got. All his charm. His charm and charisma.
Problems. I was going through a lot of stuff, and we had a meetup at a park for the first time. I went with my...
That sounds not predatory at all and weird and murdery. We had a meetup for the first time at a park. Okay.
Friend Angela, because I'm not going to meet a stranger that I don't know.
Thank God.
It's a creeper.
You shouldn't have met a strange man you didn't know with your friend either. Don't bring another... They're going to get murdered too.
By myself. That's a creeper. I'm like, I'm not going by myself.
Why would you go at all if you think he's a creeper? What the hell are you trying to... What are you going to teach your kids? You can go meet creepy old men at the park as long as you bring your friend with you. What?
And I had told Angela, if I'm not back in like 10 minutes, call 911.
Oh, so Angela didn't even go. She just hung out at the car while you went and met creepy old dude at the park. Are you seriously trying to make sure you did you mean to put this on the internet? Are you serious? I hope all Larry's friends are like, he's not my friend anymore. This creepy old 50-year-old man who was my friend is dating a 19-year-old girl that he met at an accident and then at a park, creepily.
So I go and I'm walking around the park.
Why is he meeting with you at a park while he's married? That's the good question, right? Because he was married at the time with a son. Why are you meeting with strange women at parks? You creepy old bastard.
Larry, and we're just talking about life, and that's really kind of all how it really just unfolded. And
I think they're leaving some shit out because Larry was married.
Just went from there, and then we got married. And
oh, is that it? You met at a park, then you got married. That's you're leaving some shit out, Mindy. Just years of shit. You're just like, we met at a park once. My friend was there. Then we got married. Like everybody else does.
2016.
What?
Yeah.
Well, we moved in together, and all of the dating and all of that happened.
I'm just imagining the shit that they're bringing into their combined house. It's a lot of like fiber and like shit that he's bringing in, diapers, New Balance shoes, old jeans, whole underwear with holes in them. She's bringing in young things like lava lamps and shit. All of her skincare. This guy's he's bringing in Raisin Bran. So awesome. Oh, I would have loved to have been the fly on the wall for that.
Between, but
nothing happened in between. Just moved in.
There was a pretty big gap between that first question at the police station and when we actually started.
You think she just leave it all out? There was a pretty big gap
involving
there was
ourselves
a big
into
gap.
a relationship.
Yeah, we didn't really start dating until like what was it, 2014, 15.
Yeah.
We were talking, but it wasn't.
That's a year difference. You don't know? You don't remember when you're dating? Could have been 1 year or the other year. Oops, a year.
Like.
Okay, so he's 59 in what looks like 20. I think they said they met in 2013, 2012. So that's 11 years, 12 years ago. Let's just say 2013 for safety. Okay, so that's literally 12 years ago. Now he's 70, he is 63 years or 62 years old. Larry, if it doesn't work out with Mindy here, I hear that she's single. You guys can get together, have some dusty adventures. I don't know, just thought. Oh my God, this is gross.
There's a lot of.
Because again, I had
A lot of things. There's a lot of, don't mention shit. Just a lot of shit, Like he was married.
No intention.
No.
That's a damned lie. Why are you meeting a girl at a park if you have no intentions? What do you mean you're meeting at a park to do what? To do what, man? What were you meeting at the park for? Like, do you think like you're a police officer predator? That's disgusting. What did your like peers think of this? That's what I want to know. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to meet this 19-year-old girl at the park. Or okay, for what? Just whatever. We'll skip and get married. What?
Oh, I didn't think it was going to happen that way. And then I even, Larry had moved in with me at my apartment. And
she's lying her ass off right now. Like, she's trying to put some shit together, some timeline together. You're lying your ass off there, friggin' fishnet shirt.
Panicked and broke up with him. And I had said that it's just, I need to figure out my options.
Yeah, it was after.
You're not going to live very long, so I got my options are be with you for 5 years till you kick the dust, or be with someone my own age and live my life. Now you're with a 100-year-old man on YouTube. You're stuck, lady.
It was a while. Well, yeah, somewhere in that gap.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like
His arms. Larry's arms.
You had texted me and then we met. It was years into it, and we were talking, and he moved in, and then I had that panic mode and
I would too. If you can't even buy green bananas because the guy might not be able to eat them, I would have a panic mode too. I'm about to literally move in with a grandfather with old balls. He's like, he's got a lot of spots on his body, especially on his ass. Just like spots.
family. Well, I told my mom, and my mom thought it was a phase, which...
A phase? Yeah, I went through the grandfather. I definitely wanted to hook up with grandmother's phase when I was 19. I'm like, you know what'd be good right now? A 6-year-old lady. Man, the food would be good, I'll tell you that much. You can get everything knitted, homemade, for sure. But I never went through a phase where I'm like, I'm definitely banging 60-year-old grandmothers. That's not a phase people go through. It doesn't happen. Okay? It does not happen. That's predatory and weird, and you're dumb.
It wasn't, but I panicked thinking I should be going on dates with guys my age, and
You should be.
I did, so I...
No, sounds like you're hanging out at the park with creepy McCopperson over here.
I kind of like stopped seeing Larry for a couple days.
Couple of days.
Bye-bye.
A week, and I was going on...
Not a week! Without Larry? The cop grandfather?
dates and with guys my age, and the whole time I'm just thinking, where's Larry? What's he doing? What's he eating for dinner?
Probably at bingo.
That's when I
Some of your
realized.
conversations at dinner weren't exactly the deepest conversations you said you've ever had with people.
Well, the one date I went on, we go to Olive Garden. We had...
It's a good date place, man. Olive Garden. Unlimited breadsticks. Olive Garden is so good. I don't care what anybody says. Don't you dare slander Olive Garden. It is so... my mouth is watering. I love Olive Garden. Okay? First time I ever went was with you guys on a live stream. Go look at my live streams. I went to Olive Garden. It was great. It was amazing.
to toss back 3, which is ridiculous, 2 or 3 bottles of wine we had between 2 people.
You were 19 drinking wine? Or is this 2 years after the accident? Because you said you were 19 at the accident. There's some weird timeline shit going on here. Because you're not allowed to drink unless you're 21 in the U.S. Am I correct? Because here it's like 19. So what's going on?
It was so, awkward, and he was so sweet, but it was just, we just had to keep drinking wine to, get talking. And
Better than have to drink prune juice. Just what I'm saying. You know? Have to eat psyllium. Shit like that. X-Lax in his drink for the mornings. Better than that.
it wasn't like that with Larry. With Larry, it was just so effortless and easy to talk to him, and it was just like...
That's weird. You have nothing in common with a 50-year-old man who grew up during World War II. You have nothing in common. 0 in common. You are a 19-year-old girl who should be out living her life, in the city, partying, drinking, having a good time, living your life, okay? You have nothing in common with this old man, except their arm size, okay? Nothing.
And she was in relationships that involved more time with her male companion, focusing on and playing video games.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of your concerns. You asked me what video games do I play or what game systems, and I was kind of thinking,
I still have the Atari.
geez, she's into video games. I don't own a video game. I don't have game systems.
Wow, you're better than everybody else. Thanks, Larry.
I'm thinking, man,
Larry's like, I played checkers once.
I'm probably gonna get her upset that I don't have any of those, and I was honest and told her I don't have one, and she got relieved. And
it's just the difference between Larry and I for...
Look, I don't play video games, but also my knees are bad. So it is what it is. Everything creaks when I move around. I'm just picturing relations and the cracking noises. Sorry. Am I blushing? Woo! Oh, old people jokes. If you're old and you watch the show, I'm not making fun of you. I'm old too. I'm pretty old. So everything creaks when I move too. I'm just saying. We're making fun of Larry. Larry is the person we're making fun of. So you don't have to go my hate thread and be like, Josh made fun of old people. Now I hate him.
He's a good listener. He wanted to listen to me. And we would go out.
What he wanted to do was see you naked. That's what he wanted. He didn't want to listen to you. I promise you, listening to a 20-year-old girl is not something Larry's like, this is great. She has so much life experience. I promise you, he wanted to see your boobs, not hear you talk.
To parks. We would travel. We would see things. We would have fun.
We would walk really slow. We went to Walmart. He got on one of those carts.
We were living life. It wasn't like I was sitting on the couch watching my boyfriend play video games for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Plan some shit. Instead, you got with a grandfather who's literally not going to be here when you get older, or your kids. When your kids get to high school, this guy is going to be literally in a grave. That's where you want for your children? Really? Okay.
And then there was one time, this was like what sealed the deal. I was so ill with like the worst sore throat ever, and Larry drove 25 minutes to get me mint chocolate chip ice cream, and he dropped it off to me. And it's just like such a simple, caring soul he is.
He's old.
You're just very simple and sweet and caring and lovely. But yeah, that's really how it all kind of...
You're lying. That's not how it all came together. You didn't have an accident and then go to a park creepily and then you got your ice cream. That's not how it happened. You guys are lying. You think we're stupid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds... I think so. How would he know? This guy doesn't even know what he ate for breakfast.
And we had, when we met in August, fast forward that a few months to October, I was working at the reformatory in Mansfield, and they shut down in September their tour operations, and they turned over the building to, basically he rented the building for a couple months, and he was...
the old reformatory, yeah, we know about it.
Myron, if you're out there.
Hi.
Hi, Byron. Byron's like, don't talk to me, buddy. You're dating a 19-year-old.
Looks like Dracula.
Are you making fun of Byron for looking like Dracula when you're dating literally Moses' nephew? Are you serious right now? Are you the Crypt Keeper? Are you making fun of Byron? Okay, this guy was alive during Sodom and Gomorrah.
Like Dracula.
Yeah, he's a big guy. But he was doing the haunted reformatory, and there's obviously that we the building was rented to him, but we didn't just
this guy needs to stop telling stories. You're bad at it.
Disappear. We were there I kind of acted as a liaison between him and the people that ran the building.
Shut up.
If he needed something, I tried to get it for him, or if we needed something from him, I would be the guy that would go ask him,
where's this going?
This, or can you get that, or can we move, whatever.
No one cares.
Whatever it was. And in the process, we were always overwhelmed. There were some nights when we had 5,000 people go through the building. So we needed help. And you and your friend Angela, they were good helpers.
Yeah.
I need to hear from Angela.
Oh, kind of. Sometimes we would sit on the steps and just watch everybody and watch everything unfold throughout the night. It was...
What? What the hell was that?
Like...
What kind of... Larry, thanks! Thanks for that. Part of the story that didn't mean shit.
The most fun experience ever to sit at a haunted house and...
You got to meet a lot of people, and if those people needed something or they needed to find out...
A lot of people probably approached, is this old man bothering you?
Where I was to see what I...
No, he's my boyfriend. Oh. Okay. Yeah. My bad. Sorry, but are you sure? Are you sure you're not... Blink twice if you're being held against your will.
was doing
I
because
would go
they
hunt
needed
him
me.
down.
She would be able to track me down
I
and
always
say...
knew.
Yeah.
Where he was.
Because you can hear his knees cracking. That's how you knew where he was. Everybody knows where Larry is. He's like... He's always making noises and shit. Hitting on teenagers.
The gift shop needs this or something, so...
Yeah.
Wow, thanks for that story, Larry.
Relationship, I mean, we've been together, we've been married it'll be 4 years, and we've known each other since 2012, and...
So 2012, she was 19.
It just kind of happened.
It did not just kind of happen. That's a lie. He was married.
It's been the best thing ever.
You're basically not only a stupid, dumbass teenager, you're also a homewrecker.
Here we are.
It just kind of happened.
It just kind of happened.
Didn't just kind of happen.
And this is where we're at.
Wow, good. And we get to snark on you. That's a good thing.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, Larry, stop doing the high thing, okay? Stop doing it. It's stupid. You're dumb and old.
So to anybody who, a relationship that you weren't expecting kind of just happens, just go with it. Don't try to fight it.
Or, hear me out, Mindy. Or, if the other person's married, don't do that. Also, if the other person's literally a geriatric old man and you're a teenager, don't also do that. I mean, or that. I'm just saying there is other options than dating, Joe Biden's dad.
And don't worry about what everybody else thinks.
No, you should worry sometimes. I would worry if I'm a 45-year-old man, which I am, and I'm going for a teenager. Like, I would feel disgusting. Okay, I would I don't care if it's legal. I don't care if they're of age. I would the whole world would judge me, and I would feel that. And you should. Ew. There's no way this guy's any more friends. There's no way, unless his friends are perverted like him, and like, does she have any friends? I bet you that went down.
I mean, I was for the longest time, and there's no point in suffering and being unhappy because you're worried about what everybody else thinks.
You should, though. Again, this guy is old.
At the end of the day, everybody's going to have their opinion about you anyways.
Well, it's because you put your shit on the internet. There's the pause screen, Tyson. Take good one.
But it's what goes on between you and that person that matters most, not the opinions of everybody else.
Well, the thing that went on between you guys was cheating, you know, predatory behavior, power dynamics, weird haunted prison sex, and lots of weird shit. So, yeah, I mean, don't worry about it or whatever, but yeah, also worry about it.
As long as you two are happy and love each other, that's what matters, and that's what
also what matters is not being a total dickbag to your wife.
it came down to.
And that was the biggest piece of advice that I got also.
From who?
Because of the age gap, I'm thinking I don't want to mess her up.
So stupid. Oh, I love it.
Is she happy? I said, yeah, I really think she is happy.
Well, she's young and her prefrontal cortex has not been developed yet, so she doesn't know anything. So.
And then
also, she is dumb. There's that. She's very much, what's the word for someone who's just like, ugh. I call them space cadets, rainbow chasers, butterfly belongers. I don't know. They're just like, ugh. They're nice people. I know a lot of people in my life like that, and they're harmless, but they're also like, ugh. They're not, you know, they're just, ugh. I don't know how to say it. Space cadet is what I use. Just like they're on a different planet. They're happy though. They're ignorant and they're happy. They're like,
asked me if I'm happy, and I said, well, I'm definitely happy.
Yeah, because she's young.
I said, like,
and your balls are old.
It's too short. You know?
Especially for you, bro. Life's too short, says the geriatric grandfather. Yeah, it is. For you, it is.
There's countries that have been known to the world for centuries, and our lifetime is maybe that, or definitely shorter.
What? What are you saying, philosopher? Dude's trying to be Dumbledore.
If
he's older than Dumbledore, that's for sure.
You're happy and she's happy. Go be happy together.
Yeah, also, don't, destroy your marriage and families in the process. But as long as you're happy, Kira's dad.
There's plenty of happiness to be going around.
Yes.
I'm sure there is. But not from this guy's balls.
Thank you, Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey quote.
They watch Downton Abbey. That makes sense.
Well, yeah, guys,
So it sounds like she's like more of an old soul, right? She likes older people. There's nothing wrong with that inherently. Okay? But like, don't take a 19-year-old girl and like predatorize it. It's a yucky thing. Because clearly she's not all together. Right? And you took advantage of that. That's what I'm seeing.
How we met, that's how it continued.
Didn't talk about his marriage or anything, his other kids.
And that's how our relationship unfolded. And
totally.
We're very happy.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
Hoping to continue the journey further on.
Well, you can, but only for a little while, because again, he's old,
And
yes.
Yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys have any questions, comments, leave them down.
You know you're picturing it like I am. You know you are.
Down below. Subscribe if you would like to follow our journey, and we will see you guys.
I want to see what the comments are on this video. 158 downvotes, not bad. I'll add one. The comments on. Okay, so my husband and I are 19 years apart and happily married for almost 48 years. I hate when people are like, well, we married when we were 50 years apart. All good. I can see why she fell in love with him. He seems like such a calm, caring. He's a grandfatherly type. So, yeah. My fiance and I are 33 years apart. So, again, it's a place where when I say trash attracts trash, is what I mean. People want to come here because they want to feel validated for making the same shitty, weird choices. Okay? If you are with a dude and you're 19 years old and you're with a dude who's 50, you need to be reevaluated and put in an institution properly. Okay, you need people. Your people in your life are failing you. Your parents are failing you. Friends are failing you. You're dumb. Yeah, they probably deleted all the negative comments because apparently she gets a ton of hate. So someone says Larry's a handsome, funny guy. Is he? Are we looking at the same Larry with the forehead wrinkles? Are we? Again, they're lying. Just straight up lying. Okay, I have another video because it's my first test. So what I did before my YouTube career, I don't know why I popped this one up. I just felt it might be interesting, but I want to see it. So this is them, Larry and Megan, or whatever her name is, Jenny. And let's take a look.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel.
I am Larry.
Today, we are doing our sit-down chatty video again. We still don't have a name for this video.
I'll call it Beauty and the Crypt Keeper. Why don't you call it that? That'd be a way better name.
This podcast / not podcast.
It's not a podcast, okay? This guy was around. Think about this. This guy has existed before, like, the internet, before computers. This guy is so old, he knows cursive. Like, so do I guess. I'm pretty old.
Situation that we have going here. But this is our second video where we're just going to sit down and talk to you guys. We have picked the topic. This topic was requested.
It's not a podcast.
Over on YouTube by Movie Melody 2210.
Thank you.
And
shut up, Larry. Larry better not be telling stories, weird shit. You know, back in the day when I do paperwork for accidents and police work, blah, blah. Shit that doesn't matter, Larry. No one cares about that bullshit, man. Learn how to tell a story.
He said, Mindy's job pre-YouTube. I know it's none of my business, but I'm curious what you did. And
she was 19 before she married this dish. So likely, you know, worked at Baskin Robbins and shit like that.
Why you decided to switch to YouTube. 90 people liked that. So I was like, right. I think that's a topic that you guys might want to know about. So Larry is going to have the honor of interviewing me this time, and I'm going to answer the questions as we go about my work history and past from my very first job until present day.
So this is my job as an interviewer. It's not a hostile takeover.
Larry, you suck at this.
Sure.
Yes.
I did make notes on my phone because I do have like a work.
There might be kinks though, where girls like old men. Because a kink exists in every aspect of the world. People like farts, Kira. People like poop. People like pee. People like feet. Feet. People like dead people. Like, there exists everything. So basically, this is one step away from dead people kink, is what I'm saying. I know it'd be extra snarky, but it's just because I don't like them. And we're having some fun.
And I did.
Okay, this is going to suck, right? It's going to suck. I shouldn't do this one. Most popular video they have on their channel is our winter nighttime routine. 822. Most popular video. Let's take a look
Cleanser
at it.
And the cute.
And we'll snark on it. How about that? So this is their most popular video, which I'm downloading right now. And it is married nighttime routine, winter 2019. Now, because they're thinking you're going to like take a stone out of the fire and put it into your bed like freaking Little House in the Prairie type shit. Because this guy was literally around at the same time as the Oregon Trail stuff that was going on. Here's some comments before we get there. When he waved at the camera, I'm pretty sure my heart melted. What a cutie. This is 100-year-old man. Lady, relax. Am I missing something? There's no way that there's no negative comments to this shit. No way.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am going to
don't wave the camera, Larry. It's a creepy mustache. How did he get creepier?
Show you Larry and I's nighttime routine. So the first thing that we usually do is
Larry's hard. First thing we do is Larry gets his little pot belly and he gets his little skincare.
Get ready for bed, and we're going to start off by washing our face and doing our
Nobody does this together. No couple does skincare together at all. Mindy, you dumbass.
Skincare routine. So he is using the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cleanser and
no, he's not.
The Kiehl's Multi-Corrective Cream.
Okay, well, he's going to need more than that. Okay, he's going to need full-blown surgery. That shit ain't going to help. The guy is way too old for this stuff. The wrinkles are just going to eat it. Like, thanks. And we're still here. 1.8 million views on this bullshit.
I've recently just started having him wash his face and do...
It's too late, man. He ain't gonna... Nope.
Skincare routine because he's not really into it, so...
That's because he's old, man.
So right now, Larry is...
What are these... So I'm convinced she's just a 75-year-old lady in a 25-year-old body. Because look at these towels. What's going on here? It's probably what their couch looks like.
Is washing his face with the moisturizer, and I am trying to find...
Or that's the thing that he brought. He contributed to the house. He brought those from his house.
And something to tie my hair out of my...
This is awesome. I'm having fun.
Face.
What if he farts? It'll be all dusty.
And I'm using one of those white headbands. It nearly choked me to death. It was so tight. And there we go. This just kind of helps keep my hair out of my face while I wash my face and do my skincare routine.
Nice music. Not
balm. This is my absolute favorite balm to take off my makeup. It takes off all of my mascara as well. I have not found a makeup remover that takes off my makeup the way this one does. It's perfect.
Look at this guy. He's so old. I'm sorry. These people, man. Some people. And I feel like maybe she got together with this guy because it was going to be something she could do on YouTube. She's like, look at our story, because otherwise they're boring. So all she has to do is bring people to her channel for attention is the fact that she's literally dating the oldest person on earth. Okay? Monks are studying him to be like, how does he do it?
So now I'm just kind of lightly massaging that over my skin in circular motions. And then I also lightly use my fingers. Oh, Larry's asking me what to do with that cream. So I'm telling him.
So he's never even touched this cream, and he's like in the video, what do I do here for the stupid video we're making? I put the shit on my face.
Take a little bit of amount and then just massage it into his skin. Anyways.
So you don't do this. This isn't a nighttime routine. You don't do it. It's a lie for a video.
So now I'm just kind of rubbing my eyelashes lightly to get that mascara off, and Larry is doing very good and moisturizing his neck as well.
Turkey neck.
As his face. His skincare routine is much quicker than mine.
All he needs to do is put some water on that shit and go to bed. That's what he needs.
Next thing I'm going in with is the Murad Anti-Aging Acne Cream.
Why do you need anti-aging cream? You're 23 or something here. So she's 26.
Cleanser.
You don't need anti-aging cream yet. Okay, you're just gonna ruin your skin.
And I'll put about a dime size amount into my palm and massage.
Way more than a dime. That's more like a toonie.
Together and rub that over my skin. Larry's now moving on to brushing his teeth. He's using the Crest Cavity Protection Toothpaste.
This is so stupid. Are you serious right now?
I cleanse my face twice, especially when I'm wearing makeup and especially when I'm wearing liquid foundation, just to ensure that I get everything off.
1.8 million views on this. 1.8 million.
Here's me being a creeper and staring at Larry. He was so into brushing his teeth, he had no idea I was staring him down.
That's because he's not all aware. He's Joe Bidening.
Now I'm just going to dab my skin, pat it dry with a towel.
Pet it.
As you can see, I have a lot of discoloration from acne scars. I am still suffering from acne breakouts and trying to...
It's because you're like basically still a teenager, man.
Back to my skincare routine. This current routine I have been trying out for the last month. Right now I'm using the Murad toner just to remove any excess. Next I went in with just a very mild moisturizer and rubbed it over my eyes just to get all of that mascara off.
Holy sideburns.
And I'm using a cotton ball.
Thanks.
Larry is all set and done, and he is going to head off into the bedroom.
Piss off, Larry. Get the hell out of here.
My next step is the UFO Ultra Clarifying Face Oil by Sunday Riley. This seems to help a lot, but I'm also getting new...
No, it doesn't. It doesn't help at all.
...acne, so I haven't perfected my skincare routine yet. But this is...
It doesn't help then.
...currently what I have...
It's like, this helps, but it doesn't. That's what she just said. She's like, this helps, but I still get tons of acne.
...been doing, and I'll just dab that and push it into my skin so it sinks in. Next, I'm going in with the Skin Iceland. This is a brightening eye serum, and I just dab that.
Holy shit, you put more products on your face before you go to bed than you put on makeup. That seems weird to me, man. I'm so glad I'm a dude.
On my under eyes and my eyelids. Next, I'm going in with a Sensodyne or Sensodyne toothpaste and my Philips Sonicare toothbrush, which I got from my parents for Christmas. Is the best toothbrush ever.
That toothbrush is going to outlast your husband.
And now I'm going in with just a basic toothbrush, and I do this every night and morning.
No, you don't.
Wet the toothbrush, and then I just kind of massage my lips and get the extra dead skin off, and now I'm going in with the EOS Vanilla Lip Balm. All done. Skincare is set. Next is pajama time, and I have the Triwizard Tournament t-shirt with
Harry Potter nerds.
A cute pair of kitty cat pajama bottoms, and you guessed it, Larry has a twinning shirt and his plaid
This dude is weird.
pajama bottoms.
Nobody wears pajamas. Who wears pajamas? What dude wears pajamas to bed? That's weird.
Now we are going to feed Lexi Kitty, and she's super excited. We feed her at night because she used to wake us up at 4 in the morning when we fed her in the morning, so we feed her wet food at nighttime. And she is so happy. We feed her the blue
like office chairs for the kitchen
brand, in case you guys are wondering. Next, our nighttime routine also includes filling our filtered water. We purchased this, I believe, at Walmart several years ago, and it is perfect. Now I'm just holding the door
1.8 million views.
Open for Larry so he can easily place the water filter inside. That way we have fresh water for the next day. Lexi is so tired.
He literally looks, she could be his granddaughter. That's weird, man.
Poor little baby. Okay, now I'm going in with my little Pampers Sesh relaxation. I'm going in with the Plant Guru lavender oil. This promotes kind of like
Lavender?
relaxation. Perfect to rub on your temples. It really helps too when you have headaches. I usually put it on my temples, and if I have headaches or neck pain, I'll rub it on the back of my neck. Next, I'm going
Sure, if you put that on him, he'd turn into dust.
in with the aromatherapy peppermint oil from Bath and Body Works, just to kind of spray a little bit of fresh peppermint in the air. And then I'm going in with my Kiehl's, I think it's the cream de cork
Holy shit, man. Stop putting shit on your body.
moisturizer, and it didn't want to come out. There it goes. Larry's just chatting with me and talking to me. Next, we're going to take off those extra show pillows off the bed and place them on the floor, and Larry's going to give Lexi a little kiss. This is my favorite part.
Look at this picture of the flowers. The only explanation for all this is that she's literally a grandmother stuck inside of a 25-year-old's body.
Jumping
That's the only thing that makes sense.
into bed. Oh my god, I cannot wait.
Look at the lamps. They probably touch too. The metal, you touch it and turns them off. I bet you they are.
After a long day, it's just the best.
Where's Larry going? Oh.
And here's me jumping into bed. No worries in the world.
If Larry did that, he'd break his hip.
Like,
Ah, the hospital.
he was scared. She's like, Mom, what are you doing?
It's because the camera's on. Who's going to get up and turn the camera off?
I'm trying to call her over and get her to come up next to
She's like, no thanks. You're weird.
me, and she usually does, but for some reason, she wasn't having it that night. So Larry and I like to get cozy into bed and read our book, and he likes to organize. Here we are again, trying to get Lexi to come, but she's just not having it. She was staring at the camera that was sitting on the bed. She did not like it there. So I'm currently reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and Larry is working on his crossword puzzles, and we like to do this for about
Crossword puzzles. Crossword puzzles. That's so funny. Oh my god.
15 to 20 minutes before bed. Larry also likes to do his calendars and organize his days, especially whatever we did that day, he likes to write down.
Because he's going to forget it tomorrow. Oh, these people are funny.
Reading and doing things like this and jotting your memories down in a journal or notebook is really helpful, just to kind of clear your mind.
Just to kind of remember, because he's old.
And with me with social media, I spend a lot of day on my phone and my computer, and I think it's really important to make sure that you take time before bed and read a book.
She keeps looking at the camera. Is this catching me reading this book? Dumbledore. Maybe she's like attracted to Dumbledore. You know? Dumbledore core. Dumbledore kink. Okay, let's go. It's so bad.
And we always end the night with a goodnight kiss. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. Also, let me
Shut up. Piss off. Okay, so that was funny. I had some fun doing that video. That was awesome. I'm gonna snark into him a lot. Like, this is gonna be good, right? Okay, so the Mindy Minx someone should reach out to me on Instagram. I'll get the lore. Give me some more videos we should snark on. But that's funny. The fact that she does the Benadryl with her kid, that's kind of gross. That's true. That's gross. But also the cheating. Anybody who wants to reach out to me from old man times past, I'm happy to hear. I've got a platform here and you can use it. So I hope that works. Everybody, take a deep breath. Not you, Larry. I don't think you have the capacity in your lungs for it, but everybody else. Thanks for being here, everybody. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope we laugh together today. Because you're amazing. You're incredible. If you put that much product in your face at night, I guess if it makes you happy. But that's expensive, right? Damn. Spray a little eucalyptus oil on your ass and get some sleep. I'll see you when I see you.